Holy shit, man. Well, at least we lost one of the dirt bags of gaming. We finally got that guy fired. Unity, they've been damaged irreparably. Irreparably. You basically had developers going the expensive route of developing their own software and telling Unity, basically the developer said, fuck you, I'm never using Unity again. And they developed, it takes years to get your reputation to the point where Unity was. And then to have some guy come in there, first he ruined EA Games. That company was voted the worst company in America 2 years running because of him. Now Sony's going to nickel and dime your fucking ass to death. So, unlike the original PlayStation 5 model, which includes a stand which works in horizontal and vertical positions, a new vertical stand will be required for the slimmer model. The new vertical stand will be sold separately for $29.99. Why don't you just fucking say $30 when you're going to rip people off? At least give them the honor of not trying to call them fools on top of it. Even in the euro, it's €29.99, €24.99 GBP, 39.80 Japanese yen. However, Sony said a horizontal stand will be included with the new PS5 model. It's like a little kickstand to keep it from wobbling, okay? According to Sony, this is the bad part. According to Sony, the new PS5 console has been reduced in volume by more than 30%. Do you want me to tell you what that means? Do you remember the red ring of death? And the diagnosis was shitty solder connections being aggravated by, thermal cycling. So then they're going to make the container they have these electronics in 30% smaller. They're also making it 18% lighter. Do you know what that means? Cheaper materials. And 24% respectively compared to the current model. So 18 and 24 determine whether it's a disc or non-disc. Unlike previous models, those who purchased the PS5 Digital Edition will be able to add a Blu-ray disc player drive later on, as it will also be sold separately for $79.99. Just fucking say $80. Let me tell you something. The old adage, if it's heavy, it's expensive. Right? The original PlayStation 5s that came out, the very first ones, the cooling system was far superior. And what Sony found out was, well, we don't need this much cooling. Let's cut it down to this much. And then as soon as they did that, you had people complaining about the rare occurrence where the liquid solder, the liquid metal contact point, was dripping out of the units. Why? Because you reduced the fucking cooling capacity. Totally different cooling unit. Anytime you have a 10-pound box turned into an 8-pound box, let me tell you what that means through simple logic. Something's been removed, not added. Something cheaper has been put in place of something more expensive. A plastic piece has been put in place of a metal piece. I can guarantee you it ain't the amount of solder or componentry. Those are going to weigh exactly the same. You can't have enough cooling in your electronic devices. You cannot have enough cooling in your electronic devices. So Sony's going to try to scam everybody. They have a console coming out, these are supposedly coming out in November. Sony Interactive Entertainment officially announced the new PS5 model, which will launch in November, is standard and digital editions. They mean disc and non-disc editions. Anyone who buys a digital edition only is a fool. I don't care if it's a new one, the old one, or one that's coming 10 fucking years from now. You're a fool. Okay? Nothing looks good about this. So you're going to fuck everyone. There are people who are still trying to get a PlayStation 5, and they're still coming out with a new fucking model in November that's going to be cheaper, shittier, hotter, crappier, not better. Just another way to fucking try to squeeze money out of people. That's all it is. Oh, well, you don't have the newest PlayStation. No, motherfucker, I've spent 2 years trying to get a PlayStation. Wow. Totally fucking sad. Totally sad, man. What a shame. Jesus. Sony's new slimmer PlayStation 5 model. So if you want to stand it upright, it's going to cost you $30. Is that bullshit? Oh, you can design this one to it. They look identical. It's stupid. It's ignorant. Okay, this is they designed it to have to need this other stand. See, they could have made it use this one. Even the screws they put in the bottom of the old ones was shit. The plastic screw was so soft that after you started to remove it a few times, if you want to flip it around, it was started stripping. Put your screwdriver in it, would climb out and just smear the plastic over. So I bought metal replacement units for mine. Just any way they can scheme and scam. And I mean, they should be looking at Unity right now. Not that Sony has the best reputation. They've been fucking gamers for years, okay? But now they're trying to do it in broad daylight and in the open and saying fuck you in your face as they do it. I mean, they've gone just so sideways, okay? So you're coming out with a new fucking PlayStation model. Where's my PlayStation 5 games, assholes? Where is my dedicated new next generation PlayStation 5 games? I waited years for fucking Gran Turismo to come out with a PlayStation 5 version. What did I get? PlayStation 4 version. They lied. Sony lies like the day is long. Sony lies like breathing. Okay? And now they're starting to design their shit just to charge you an extra $30. I can tell you right now, a new lighter, slimmer PlayStation is going to be a hotter, shittier, crappier PlayStation. That's what it's going to be.